Tigers will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. So the Oregon Ducks offense comes onto the field first today. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches, but I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dillon Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes were at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
Grabbed over the middle. It's Burnett. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense. What you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw again. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off a play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Quarterback adapted. He'll pull it down and run. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work now.
That's one of the advantages on defense of forcing a third and long situation. You can go to your dime personnel package, get a lot of those smaller, faster bodies to deal with a mobile quarterback like this who sometimes will try to scramble. That time there was just nowhere for him.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. So UTSA's offense will go to work for the first time today. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what 34.
The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Roadrunners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the air, it's Kelly. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the first down. Certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up for it.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's White. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Safe completion on the screen. Inside the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for his man. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. Turning on the Jets. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Roadrunners will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Here's the return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Rifles it down the middle. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what of our plan of action.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's 2 options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Here's the pressure. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. They'll move the tight end. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Got it behind the line. It's Burnett. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd and 10 from their own one, and they must take care of the football. Makes the grab. It's Tate. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
To the air, it's Underwood. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Gets it to him on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Ducks are on the move. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Smith. Still on his feet at the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Finds his man. It's White. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Kelly. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Roadrunners want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Off and running. There he goes.
perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking a...
Turning it on! Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. To the air, it's Kelly. Here's a heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Looking to fire. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two...
Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it will take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Kelly, bringing the heat. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Roadrunners are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. And the Roadrunners are in the hurry-up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense has it with really good field position. Going to the ground. Fighting off the defender. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still...
Touchdown, Ducks! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player...
lead, about to kick off to get this game started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. So Oregon's offense will take the field first. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on...
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, a lot of space. The 40. Past the 30. He's at the 10.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That is how a quick strike offense flips the field, and now they're in business trying to cash in after that huge play. With the run on 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that third and long situation, you'd like to see your quarterback have a plan. You know that they may dial up the blitz, so you've got to know where your answers are. Where's your hot route? Where's your sight adjust? Where can you get rid of the football if they bring an extra guy and the offense didn't look like they were ready for it?
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll return it from the 50. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Quarterback making adjustments. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. The short hands, it's Smith. There he goes. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands, and I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got a man, it's Smith. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. He fires to the left side. He's got it along the sideline.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Good, tough, physical running, driving through the defense on his way for a touchdown. I just love the pad level this guy plays with his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. He's just able to absorb contact and stay on his feet. Can't do it any better than that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Wildcats are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Kick is in the air. Takes it on the return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Wide open spaces. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That was the epitome of a chunk play, and now they've got it first and goal, trying to cash it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense.
And the quarterback home up 2 and sacked at the 12.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to pass, it's Underwood. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it! Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And a great job on the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Vattiato. Finds his target down the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Here comes the heat. With the catch, it's White. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Snatches it on the right. Lots of room to run. Lots of running room.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And guys, the defense's head might be spinning a little bit after giving up that huge gain on the first play. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And they pay off the drive with a touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the field, 98 yards. That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Off play action. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. He's loose. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. The give on the inside. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Kansas State, 0.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Looking downfield, it's Vattiato. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Kansas State will have to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it.
It's a seam wide open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Pulls it in on the right. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense. And they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. The defense had the stop. They were about to get the ball back, but the critical mistake puts the offense back on the field with 1st and 10. And there was nowhere to go. Just stop his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job. It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish.
put total leather to crank us up. Here's the return from inside his 10. David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff award necessarily.
Turning on the Jets. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. To the air, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. Finds his man, it's Smith. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Quarterback may change this route. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Finds his man out of the backfield. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
That third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Ducks will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Burnett. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the run. Big guy tries to barrel in.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Ducks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D denied him on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it out with a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the UTEP Miners offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches to try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Hand off to Jones. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive. And the sack all the way back at the
south part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
He's got great speed. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit.
There he goes! They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Flips it out on the screen. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, right?
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UTEP.
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. Clock ticking down in the first half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Less catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He lobs one high down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. The give to the big fullback. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And the Miners need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it just in time.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the 3rd quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time. And an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline play. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Now adjusting. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the pass.
Looking deep down the right side. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Ducks have it with a first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Oregon! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it hurts.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Miners want to move quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Fires one high and deep. Snags it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback. And
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to fire on second down. He's taking a deep shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Looking to throw. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, fourth and goal. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Finds the tight end. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Looking for the goal line. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
Touchdown, Ducks! Great job by the back on the option.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you...
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Oregon's offense will be first on the attack. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover him, take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
Defense.
How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. It'll be a long film study for him. This time it's complete.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you can tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
The throw. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Western Kentucky's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Wants to throw. It's Navarro. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's White. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's White. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Ducks are on the move. Wants to keep it in the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Sets up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Ducks will line it up on first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. Can make a decision quick. It makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. On the run deep down the right side. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. And the Hilltoppers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's Crockett. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. The Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He might want another play. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned away.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Hilltoppers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Back to pass, it's Navarro. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Hilltoppers will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about
right down the boulevard. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
caught near the sticks. It's Burnett. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
No need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Barber. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Hilltoppers in the hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. That internal flag just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Backs against the wall, and they'll let it fly again. Makes the catch on the left. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's at hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big one.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air. It's Navarro. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. Ripping through the defense. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Got him downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw. It's Underwood. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, the...
Tulsa will kick off and will get this game started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Oregon Ducks offense will take the field first. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award. That's
going for a big play right off the bat. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. Got his man. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Golden Hurricane offense gets its first crack in this game. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find...
And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on 2nd down. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
After watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Marion.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy isn't.
And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Underwood. Just a little off. Incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Gets the back moving. And back to the air on second down. On target to the left. All by himself down the middle.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Ducks are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Just a short pass to the tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Tulsa wasting no time. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Quickly complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Pulls it in down the middle. He's running free down the middle.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in the game, more or less in the first half.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this This crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it at the 30. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Great place to start for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete!
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the defense defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Quick completion on the out. And the defense drags him down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got it down the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10.
And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. Oregon 35, Tulsa 0.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to get...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their...
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air, it's Underwood. Quarterback just flat, missed him, incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
But talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Tulsa checking to see what's in the playbook for 3rd and forever. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Ducks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Under fire. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Makes the catch. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special.
Trojans will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Oregon's offense will go on the attack first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Right, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape.
Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gives it on the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Ducks have changed their look completely in the backfield. Mekhi Hughes, Isaiah World highlighting a transfer class. It really ought to transform this team into a potent force on the ground. Is that what was missing from the squad a year ago?
I think you want to see the passing and the running working together. You've had a couple of top-notch quarterbacks the last couple of years, obviously with experience. Now, an inexperienced guy at the quarterback spot. You might need to lean more on the running game. Oregon's got the guys up front. They got the guys in the backfield. They can do it.
They'll run it from the gun. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, give on the inside. Has the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for room. It's Barber. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Troy Trojans offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Fullback's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Lee. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. He's going to look for a man on third and short. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Honestly, third and one, I think you just run the ball. You just trust in your own guy's ability to be more physical, win the line of scrimmage, and go get that yard. Now with the sack, they're going to have to punt.
The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. And the returner will be brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Inside the 30. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the ground with the back. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Leaves it with the back. Quick spin on the run. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Unloads quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, running back on the move. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There he goes. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Finding open areas. Wide open spaces. Lots of running. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks! You know they love their track in Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed and running back.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lee. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Second down, they'll go to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On third down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They were mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy locker room.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. That's pretty to me.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Ducks offense will go on the attack first. May change this route. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking for room. It's Barber. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, running back gets to give. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be...
He's loose. They stop him just a leap or two short of the first. And, man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is...
He's got it. 1st down and more. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. I love the bootleg call on 4th down because even if you know it might be coming, you have to respect the fake.
Yeah, and you don't know where the launch point's going to be, so you're going to blitz, but then now they move the pocket, and it becomes hard because you got to get a moving target. Nice job by the offense, understanding the situation, using the quarterback's athletic ability.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole 1st quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So East Carolina's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down.
It's a seam wide open. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Brown wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. Makes the catch down the right side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Chucking away just as he was hit. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And these on the field, I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
And the Pirates will punt it away on fourth down. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Pirates racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense doing its job again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground, forcing a third down situation, likely to be a pass. Both defenses have played a really good football game so far.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They're setting up the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if they're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. Takes the handoff. It's Barber. Across the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown!
This running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Brown will throw it. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Makes the catch near the 50. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close.
That's the end of the third quarter. 14, East Carolina.
So first down will open up the final period. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Tripped up for the tackle.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Turning up, got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the fourth quarter. He's trying to ice this thing and close it out, still running strong.
Trying to punch it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They're going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. They'll run the option. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win. The 49ers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Oregon's offense will have the football first. He wants to change this route. On the ground, it's Barber. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll try the run. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Past the 30. At the 20, he's got space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The hurry up now, 2nd down, caught kicking. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it down the middle. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and then I can get them the ball that can make something happen. He's one of those guys, and that's why I'm going to continue to force him.
And the 49ers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The Ducks get it past the sticks. Off play action on 1st down. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the 1st half. And the Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football in 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
The 49ers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
They go to the ground. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
Really good 3rd down defense. Nice job playing the option. Responsibility football, but still aggressive downhill, ready for the pitch. Great job getting the guy, getting to him, and getting him on the ground.
There he goes! They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He'll do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gets rid of it. Finds his tight end. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. They just keep firing. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Slips away. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If we do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 4th down attempts, they'll try it again. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but I think you'd want to play better on offense. You'd want to score more points, but Reese, Jesse, I want to learn as I win. I don't want to learn as I lose.
And I know you're loving this one, David, because in today's era of modern college football, with all these spread offenses and up-tempo, we're used to seeing a ton of points. We're not used to seeing a lot of games like this. I wouldn't get used to seeing it, but for this team right here, they got to love the way that they played defense. They
From inside the 10, here he comes.
Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the Oregon Ducks offense takes the field for the first time today. Quarterback making checks.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive results.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Rush is on him. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. So after the break, they'll go back to work. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Has the sticks, and he may get more. They get him out of bounds at the 32, and that is what you want out of this running game. The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident. Not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. We saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen. So that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Ducks line it up with a first and goal. Barges ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Broncos offense will have its first possession of the game. From the gun, the running back has it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The give from the gun. Got room to work. Makes one man miss. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Childs. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's second and long. Give to the fullback. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing. Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
You better block. Goodness gracious, that's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was nowhere to hit it. They just got hit in the backfield and brought the big fella down quickly.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Graham. He gave it a big effort, but he stopped at the 22. Not quite enough to move the sticks. It'll be fourth down. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Got 3 on first down. It's second and 7. From the shotgun, the inside give. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Ducks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They'll pass on the 50-yard field goal try and instead try to pick up the first down here on fourth. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Back to throw, it's Childs. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep but we got to keep that clock.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. So here they come going for it on fourth and long. The aftershocks of that earlier. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass, it's Childs. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Fourth down, gotta have it here. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end.